What is up, guys? Johnny01 here with another FIFA 17 top 5 video. This one's going to be focusing on the top 5 best and overpowered clubs in FIFA 17. So we're not going to be talking about international squads, and very important, this is based on FIFA 17, not necessarily the best clubs in real life. So keep that in mind, guys. Of course, you might disagree with some things. You might think the order is wrong. Please leave it in the comments below. But as always, guys, make sure to check out all my previous top 5 as well as my tutorials. I got tutorials basically everything in FIFA 17, including attacking, passing, defending. You name it, I got it. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out any future ones. Alright, let's start off with number 5, guys. Manchester City. Manchester City is one of the best Premier League squads out there. They got two of the best players in Aguero and De Bruyne. Aguero being one of the best strikers. He's got the pace, he's got the shooting, the dribbling. He's got everything you want in a striker. And then De Bruyne is probably one of the best center attacking mids in the game. He's got that dribbling and the passing ability that you really want from your center attacking mids to get you into a lot of great positions. The reason why is not higher up than number 5, it is a really balanced team and they've got a lot of good players. But other than those two players, I wouldn't say there's too many more that are world-class FIFA 17 players. But they do have some really solid players like Sterling. They really have no big weakness. They got Otamendi there at defense, and they really got a solid group of guys. At number 4, guys, we got Manchester United. Manchester United is the best Premier League squad in my opinion. The addition of Pogba and Ibrahimovic has bumped them up to number 4 on this list. Those two players are extremely fun to use. Pogba, one of the best midfielders in this game. Ton of fun to use. You can see here he's doing his long shot. Extremely fun to mess around with him, do some skill moves with him, and get into scoring positions. And then Ibrahimovic, aside from his pace, he's got everything you want from a striker. His physical stats, his shooting ability, his dribbling ability just make him an absolute nightmare for opponents. For defenders, they really can't do much about it. And then overall, the squad is extremely balanced. Some good defenders, some good attackers. Nothing too spectacular aside from those two players. They do have Rooney. They do have some other really solid players, but definitely belongs on this list at number 4 and is a great new addition in FIFA 17. Then we move on to number 3, and that is Barcelona. These final 3 will get me in some trouble, guys. I know you guys might not agree with this one, but I think Barcelona belongs at number 3 and not higher up on this list. Because although they do, no doubt about it, they have the best attack of any team in FIFA 17. There is no doubt about it. Suarez, Neymar, Messi, 3 of the best players in FIFA 17. I don't really love Messi in FIFA 17 just because, again, his physical is just not where I want it to be. He gets pushed off the ball way too easily. But the real reason why they're not higher up on this list, and I couldn't get them higher up on this list, is because their midfield and their defense just isn't good enough to compete with the two teams that are on top of them. The defense isn't that great. The midfield, I never liked Busquets in FIFA. I think he's pretty bad in FIFA, even though he's got a pretty high ranking. Rakitic is an extremely solid player, and Iniesta as well. But then the rest of their defense, nothing too spectacular. Piqué was never really that great in FIFA. Then you got Mascherano, I guess you would put at the other center back. And it's just not that solid overall. Then at number 2, guys, we got Bayern. Bayern's extremely solid because you got so many options, so many different players that can be in your starting squads. You got a bunch of 5-star skillers like Ribéry, like Costa, and then you got really solid players like Muller, Lewandowski, Lam, Vidal. Just absolutely extremely well balanced. Just one of the best squads. You can't go wrong with them. You're gonna be in every single game just because they got the midfield. They got the defense, they got the attackers, and even some players that aren't that highly rated in terms of stats are extremely solid in FIFA. For example, Costa, I even prefer him to Robin and putting Robin in as my super sub. And then they got Sanchez, who's in a great center mid because of his physical and his defense stats. I prefer him over Alonso. But you got so many different options depending on what you prefer. If you prefer a little bit more physical, put in Robin. If you prefer a bit more 5-star skills and a bit more quickness, put in Costa. Just extremely, extremely good in every single aspect. And that's the reason why I had to put them over Barcelona. Just extremely solid in everything. Then at number 1, guys, Real Madrid. I tried to switch it up. I tried to switch up my number 1 to some other team, but I just could not do it. They might be even better in FIFA 17 than they were in previous games because the midfield is absolutely amazing to go along with their attackers. Ronaldo's still the best player in FIFA just because of his physical stats and pace, and you know how that works in FIFA. So he's going to be the number 1 player, and then you combine that with Bale, who's always extremely solid with his pace. Benzema does the job. Not quite as good as Suarez for Barcelona, but he does the job. But the midfield and the defense is what separates this team. They got Pepe, they got Varane, they got so many different options. Ramos, Marcelo, and then their midfield, which is so good with Kroos and Modric. Modric might be one of the best midfielders as well in this game. James Rodriguez. There's so many different players, so good and so world-class players that in FIFA, you really can't go wrong with this team, and I couldn't take them off the number 1 spot. That is it, guys. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, share with all your friends. Click on one of these boxes. Check out some of my other series, including all my tutorials, the rest of my top 5 videos, my ultimate team videos, and my formation guides. And of course, click in the middle to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future tutorials or tip videos. Thank you guys so much.